A special election victory for Democrats in California, now reigniting the president's ire. Why he's calling Tuesday's election corrupt, and why the White House is now taking aim at the mail-in voting system.
Travel delays now likely to get even more worse as the Federal Aviation Administration announces plans to reduce flights across the country.
I'm not aware in my 35-year history in the aviation market where we've had a situation where we're taking these kind of measures.
Why the Transportation Secretary says this move will help to mitigate future problems, plus how some airlines are stepping up to help their customers.
The Supreme Court now weighing a significant economic case, whether the president's issue of emergency tariffs is constitutional. Here, the White House's justification for enacting the taxes and why it's facing skepticism from justices.
You're watching Fox 26, and now, great day.
We begin this 5 o'clock hour of Great Day with that live look at El Capitan, a live view of Half Dome at Yosemite National Park. Sometimes we only just see the silhouette, but this feels like a grayscale photo.
Yeah, the moon is still somewhat full.
Yeah.
So it's lighting it up pretty good up there in the mountains right now. So that's why you're seeing it in such great detail right now.
The beaver moon, I think, is what you called it?
Yeah, that's what they call it.
Imagine being down in the valley there. Ooh.
Yep, it's, gosh, I mean, you don't need a flashlight or anything. You're hiking around down there, so.
Just take Great Day on the road and go there.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, why not? Good Thursday morning to you. I'm Liz Gonzalez.
Looks like a screensaver, too, for
It
your
does.
computer. I'm Carl Cook.
And I'm Justin Willis. Thank you for joining us. Fairly clear up there, right? Not so much down here to start us off. We're still trying to get the remnants of yesterday's
You called
rain.
it, though. We did get some rain. I mean, I was running errands in Clovis, and all of a sudden I'm like, I left the umbrella in the car.
It happens again.
You know, it wasn't. I don't. To me, where I was, I didn't feel like enough where I needed the umbrellas. Just like in and out and just a couple of sprinkles, nothing major. But we did get a good amount to wet the roads out there. Fortunately, things were fine. But exit the rain, enter fog. We have a dense fog advisory in effect that we'll tell you about here momentarily. But for now, your current conditions, it's just cloudy out there. 58 degrees at the moment. Winds are out of the northeast at 3 miles an hour. The dew point's at 55. And here is the rest of your day. At 10 a.m., 62. At noon, 66. And at 5 o'clock, 66 degrees as well. And we should have clear skies by the end of the day. Wind speeds will be about 5 to 10 miles an hour throughout the day. All right, coming up, though, your next weather maker. All right, so, yeah, there's fog. We'll talk about that. But we have a better chance of rain on the way. I'll let you know when to expect that coming up.
Well, the ballot counting will continue this morning following Tuesday's special election. Federal election observers were present yesterday at the Fresno County Elections Office as those ballots were being hand counted. We're told the observers from the U.S. Department of Justice were inside a warehouse watching the process.
So we just have different organizations. I know we do have the DOJ's here and the Secretary of State's office and other organizations around Fresno County also.
Even though DOJ staffers were at polling sites across 5 counties in California Tuesday, President Trump is renewing calls when it comes to election security.
We should pass voter ID. We should pass no mail-in voting. We should pass all the things that we want to pass to make our elections secure and safe, because California is a disaster. Many of the states are disasters.
President Trump made those remarks at a GOP senator's breakfast yesterday morning. He strongly claims that elections are automatically corrupt if mail-in ballots are used. He took aim at California, saying it's illegal for an official to ask for voter ID because, quote, they want to cheat. The White House press secretary says plans are already in order to strengthen the election system nationwide.
The White House is working on an executive order to strengthen our elections in this country and to ensure that there cannot be blatant fraud, as we've seen in California with their universal mail-in voting system.
Doubling down on the voting process here in California, Levitt claims it is absolutely true the state's elections are fraudulent. She previously said she would provide proof, but still hasn't. Right now, steps are being taken to verify mail-in ballots, including signature matching, barcode tracking, and post-election audits. These procedures have been upheld by both the Democratic and Republican election administrators. Now, a group of California Republicans says that Prop 50 was anything but lawful, and now that group is suing. This lawsuit was announced at a news conference yesterday filed by the state's Republican Party. Assemblyman David Taguipa, who represents the Clovis area, and 18 California voters. It argues the new maps were drawn to increase the voting power of strictly Latinos, and the group wants the court to block the new maps from taking effect.
As the first Polynesian elected ever to the state legislature, I understand the diversity and the beauty that this state has. And what we have seen with Prop 50, these maps, they are completely diminishing the voices of other groups to benefit other groups. They have weaponized this entire process, and they have lied to the California voters.
Now, this all comes as the Supreme Court could reconsider Section 2 of the 1965 Voting Rights Act, which is designed to prevent racial discrimination in redistricting. In January of last year, Louisiana redrew its congressional maps to include 2 majority black districts, giving black voters a chance of electing the candidate of their choice. A group of non-black voters challenged the maps as racially discriminatory. A decision against Section 2 of the VRA could rewrite redistricting rules when it comes to state legislatures, city councils, and school boards. An analysis by Black Voters Matter Fund found up to 25 to 35% of the Congressional Black Caucus and as much as 11% of the Congressional Hispanic Caucus could lose their seats. That analysis also striking down Section 2 could help secure an additional 27 safe U.S. House seats for Republicans when compared to the 2024 House maps, with at least 19 directly tied to the loss of Section 2 of the VRA. A ruling from the Supreme Court is expected by the end of June of next year. Republican Congressman David Valledeo's district lines will be those that are changing, according to Prop 50. He released the following statement on his Facebook page last night, saying that the results of the special election are a disappointing setback for fairness and democracy. He also went on to say that no political party should have the authority to rig the rules to keep themselves in power, and says this is a loss for the very principles of representation that a functioning democracy relies on. Now, Democrats in Valledeo's district already outnumber Republicans. Even so, the Republican has won the last 3 elections.
All right, it's 5:06 now, and here's what's going on with our forecast. So that low pressure system that brought us rain yesterday, getting out of here, moving to the northeast, but now we've got a ridge of high pressure developing here, and as that happens, we're going to see the possibilities of fog increase for us. In fact, we have a dense fog advisory going on right now for the North Valley here. In fact, visibilities there in Merced are at a quarter-mile already there, and the dense fog advisory, I mean, everybody else is fine. Look at 10-mile visibility at the moment. We could see some fog develop in these areas south of Madera and Merced, but that is where this dense fog advisory is for the most part there. Merced County, western Madera County, and then parts of western Fresno County. So Fireball could see some fog this morning as well. This dense fog advisory is in effect until 10 o'clock this morning, and all these areas where Merced is right now, quarter-mile visibility, that's what's possible for this entire region there. So please drive safe out there this morning. Plenty of time to get yourself where you're going. All right, temperature-wise, here's what we got, though, today. We're going to be at 71. In fact, we got low 70s going across the valley today. It'll be the same deal tomorrow, 5 to 10 mile-an-hour winds going there. We'll get up to 74, though, on Saturday. It should be a pretty nice day, and we'll have some passing clouds as we get into the weekend here. Overnight lows are in the upper 40s and low 50s. Now, for those of you wondering about that next chance of rain, this is going to be a much better chance heading our way next week here. So there's Monday, Tuesday, and then we get to Wednesday night there. And then we start to see more rain creep into the Bay Area at that time. We're looking at Thursday, Friday, and into the rest of next weekend for this next chance of rain. And we're looking at about a good ½ inch of rain out of this for much of the San Joaquin Valley at this point. That's still about a week out. There's plenty of time for things to change in that system, so we'll keep an eye on this for you and let you know what you can expect as we get closer to that system. But again, that's next weekend. All right, coming up next, we'll get a look at your highs and lows across the rest of the San Joaquin Valley for your Thursday.
A new analysis is revealing a downside to the White House's plan to partially fund SNAP benefits. Why some families receiving assistance won't see the balance go up on their food stamp cards this month. And the ongoing shutdown could impact your travel plans even more now. Hear why the Transportation Secretary says reducing flights is best for everyone's safety.
The Chuck Chansey Skycam, sponsored by Chuck Chansey Gold Resort and Casino.
And time is now 5:09. As we head to break, here is a live look at downtown Fresno from above our Fox 26 News studio. You can always find new headlines and the weather forecast on your screen all morning long, even through the commercial break.
Hi, I'm Monty Torres with Fox 26 News on YouTube. Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel, where we have loads of great content for you to choose from. And while you're here, why not click on the subscribe button right here? That way you can stay in touch with all the latest breaking news, everything news related within the Central Valley. And thank you for watching.